I need to stop doing this.
Man's popping his fake watch.
Fam, man said, fam, look at the big rollie cars. You forgot.
Man claps in the fake watch.
The Daytona.
Yeah.
Listen, welcome back to another episode of Stoppage Time TV. We're live, back in the flesh, live and direct. You already know what time it is. Before we go into anything, I need to put a disclaimer out there. What we do here is raw and uncut. None of that industry malarkey. We do this for the streets. We don't do this for any gratification or any sort of praise. This is just real shit. You see, man don't even know how to use a microphone, you get me? Because it's real shit out here. But listen, we're going to get into it, man. A lot of stuff to discuss. And there's only one place to start. And I'm going to let you take the floor.
Bye. So to say. Listen.
There's a lot to say.
We spoke a big game.
There's a lot to say. Don't say what is there to say. There's a lot to say.
There is.
And I want to hear you.
Probably more from your end, but boy,
I've got nothing. I've said what I want to say.
Simply put, you lot came in and absolutely outclassed us. I'm not even gonna lie. And the way it was done as well. For me, the one thing I've questioned Lampard over the last couple of weeks is probably tactically. And the one thing he got right today was his tactics. Like the three centre backs, I thought done brilliantly. Barely saw Harry Kane, but then. Last thing we need is to fucking shoot ourselves in the foot. When you got guys like Gazaniga a minute before half time doing shit like that, when you can clearly come and claim the ball with your hands, you're coming here fly kicking, man. For what? For what? What is this? Kung Fu Shaolin soccer?
Mad.
Brother, we don't need that.
Galactic football.
Like,
he tried to scissor kick the clearance. Yeah,
no
I respect it.
It makes no
Both
sense.
Feet off the ground, you know.
But like head high,
Yo.
I'm like, even if you won that, where's it going? Like there was no. It made absolutely no sense for me. I mean, and then you can see Davinson Sanchez's reaction right after, like, but boy, 2-0 going down half time, and then Sonny obviously goes and for some reason channels is in a kung fu and starts to while out. I don't know what's going on.
Why did you say kung fu?
What do you mean?
Why kung fu?
I don't know. He's probably studied some sort of form of martial
What,
arts.
David Jones?
I listen. These are the views of Fuad. They don't represent. That's all I'm saying.
That red card was unnecessary, and I mean he's done some shit like that before last year against Bournemouth, where he has these tendencies where he just seems to snap for some reason when the pressure gets on top. But boy,
that Delhi had the same as well.
Yeah. But boy, nobody turned up at the races today. Chelsea just came in and absolutely bullied us off the park from minute one. So fair play to you lot, boy. Football's a cruel game. Humble pie today, boy. Humble pie today.
You know me, I don't like to shout.
The floor is yours,
I don't
bro.
like to shout and I don't need to shout.
Talk
Because you
to me.
spoke about the game is the game. At the end of the day, right, you said something and I told you, it's very telling. You said that this game, is it going to matter to those Chelsea players? You've got to remember, Chelsea-Tottenham, as in, we don't like you.
Facts.
As in, White Hart Lane, I think it's for 17 years, we're giving you slaps. You think we're going to come here and not try and give you slaps?
Listen. I thought
Listen,
the tables
man.
were turning, bro. I thought the tables were turning.
Slaps. There's no way we're going to leave this decade. There's no way we're going to leave this decade letting you beat. Nah, there's no way. Yeah. But I mean, credit where it's due. Lampard, during the week, there was some stuff that was coming out and he was saying that, we need to play with people, willing runners, people running forward and whatnot. And tactically, I think he got it spot on today in terms of putting Mount in a more advanced position, which I spoke about last week, putting Willian there as well, and Willian dropping in and playing balls through, just getting the ball forward.
Willian today.
Taking Jorginho out in this game is the right thing to do, because at the end of the day, when you've got midfield, your midfield, those two, that they should not be playing for a top 6 team in terms of progressive football. When you've got Ndombele, is he fit?
He's fit. He don't.
And
Jose,
Harry Winks is fit.
Reason,
What did I tell you about Jose and Dom?
So for the life of me, why are players that are able to move the ball, play progressive football, not playing? Because I told you in 1-on-1. I said, listen.
The thing is, I'll give him credit. It's the first time he's probably had a settled side, and I think he started to get the 11 he wanted. Looking at the results as well, he ain't done too bad. So for the first time, the fact that Jose, which is why I'm saying he hasn't played probably end on the wings. Results have been going the right way.
I make this. You've lost against Bayern. You've lost against us.
Bayern was the Champions League dead rubber game.
I don't care. You've lost 3 big games now. Because you're telling me about
United and Chelsea. Yeah, I'll take.
And Bayern. That's 3 big games you lost. Or am I lying?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it,
still a big game.
reserves are playing. Like,
Still a
I'm not
big
really
game.
counting that.
When you look at it, though, this is what I try to tell people about Jose Mourinho. He's pragmatic. He's too negative. You've got Ndom, you've got Winks on the bench, progressive football players.
Listen, he did make the changes at
Dyer,
half-time,
You
though.
put Eric Dyer and
He made the
Sissoko.
changes because he was getting choked.
100%. But you're saying he's pragmatic. But at half-time, he went but to a back three and
What was the
actually
score
tried
at
to play.
half-time?
Bring on
2-0.
Ericsson.
Was
2-0 down.
you
Listen,
guys were done at
goalkeeper
it.
clanger.
Nah, you guys were done.
You're saying goalkeeper clanger?
They schooled you guys from minute
Facts.
1 to minute
I'm not
90.
disputing that.
And the reason why they schooled you guys because they got midfielders in there, and that's why Jose wants to go and put Sissoko and Dyer because Jose is not thinking, hey, let me go and win the game. Jose is thinking, how do I nullify that midfield from dominating the game? And that's what Jose does all the time. And you're gonna learn, bro. You're gonna learn because now that's two big games on the back that you guys have lost. Yeah, I'll give him whatever.
No, it's the facts. It's free.
I'll give him Bayern.
It's free.
Yeah.
But you guys are gonna learn the hard way, bro. And you're gonna see it. You're going to see it. Ndom.
Fair enough.
I said Ndom is gonna be Jose's Pogba in terms of
listen.
problem.
At the minute, he ain't
You'll
been
see.
getting on the side. Why? I don't know. But boy, the results have been going the right way. Today it's clearly gone wrong. Against United, it went wrong. We'll see if the changes come in. Because for
Listen, man.
me, I said January can't come soon
I
enough.
feel like this whole Jose way. I don't see what's happened. I don't see what's really. Yeah, he's got a few good little results, but he's still conceding goals. Yeah. And in the big games, you guys have failed the test. This whole Jose way. Hold on. This whole Jose way. It's not the impact that you thought was gonna happen.
It is.
It's not the impact because you thought we were on 1-on-1 the
Bro,
other day.
we were.
Hold on.
Before this game, we were 3 points off
on
Chelsea.
the other day, and
We were 14th when Jose took over.
Finish, bro. You said on 1-on-1. Yeah. What did you say? You said this is what Jose is made for. This is what Jose is about. Yeah. And now you're giving me excuses.
What did I say? What did I say?
As to why he's not passing the test,
what did I say?
You win some, you lose some.
What did I say on the 1-on-1?
Listen, I don't know. I can't
I said
remember.
this is a big. I said we're gonna beat you.
Listen,
I said
you
we're
win
gonna
some, you
win.
lose some.
And they called me. They called me.
The season is long.
They made fun of my trim.
Listen.
I didn't cut my hair because I was going to war. You think this is a joke? This ain't a joke. This is football, bro.
Enjoy today.
This is
the season is long.
It's not about. It's not. This for me. Yeah, it's not even about enjoying.
today.
It's about listen. In football, yeah, you can scream and shout and whatnot, but let's call it where it is right now. Yeah, your manager lost against Watford today, right? Mm-hmm. He tactically outschooled your manager. My manager
Ole and Frank
are in the same season
are schooling Mr. Jose
Come on,
Mourinho.
man. And it goes back to what I said to you in the 1-on-1. You guys took 2 games after Poch had whatever to get back to where you needed to be. What's Jose? What's Jose doing? What is
What
that?
do you mean?
Should Jose Mourinho be losing to Frank Lampard and Ole? Should he be doing that?
No.
One of them being at home.
Listen, let me tell you something. Yeah, at home we shouldn't have lost. Correct. But listen,
not like that
games
as well.
happen.
Not like that
It
as
happens.
well.
Let's not act like Chelsea's a bad side, please.
Okay,
Oh, no,
I love
Chelsea.
Okay, but this
Now
is
we
why
hype Chelsea.
I'm trying to credit you, like you're trying to make
I'm
it
glad
more
you
about-
say that because when we was on our bad run, it was like, all of this is.
I
going
said
on.
Christmas period's coming. Yeah, this is your first test that
It
you've
was,
done all
don't
right.
let this slip.
Have
Don't
you
let this
failed in
slip.
every
Don't
other
let
big
this
test
slip.
you've had?
It was Harry Kane is going to
season is
score.
long.
Harry
Don't let it
Kane
slip.
We
was
have to-
not there.
we have to go
Can
back
we
to
acknowledge
that.
that as well?
What?
We have to go
This
back
Harry
to that
Kane-
because on the 1-on-1 again, because I'm going to
Harry
refer
Kane.
to 1-on-1s because
Harry
this
Kane
is
was
where
gonna
we try to
score.
use our foresight, right?
Yeah.
You guaranteed that
Harry
Harry
Kane
Kane was
gonna
going to
score.
score. This guy's not making the impact that he used to make. It's proofs in the pudding, mate. He's not making the impact that he used to make. 17 games,
Time he
9
scored.
17 games, 9 goals.
Time he scored.
A fit
scored, there's no time,
he
but he
didn't
scored.
score. A fit Harry Kane, his ratio is usually ridiculous. 17 games, 9 goals doesn't even seem like Harry Kane's stats.
Listen,
If I was Tammy Abraham, yeah, he didn't score. But if I was watching the game, I didn't know I wouldn't know that Harry Kane is England's #1 striker. I wouldn't know that. Tammy Abraham was working. Tammy Abraham was working your whole defense the whole game.
How many goals?
I actually think he deserved to score a goal. I'm not gonna lie. I think
Did
he
nothing
deserved to
again.
Who?
Tammy.
He
Didn't
worked
score.
your back four, mate. He
That's
worked
fine.
your back
Didn't
four.
score.
What did Harry Kane do?
Didn't score.
Harry Kane didn't do a thing.
Didn't
he
score
didn't make
either.
an impact. He didn't do a thing.
That's fine.
You guaranteed he was gonna score. So why didn't he score? What happened? I need to hear these things, bro.
No service. It's simple.
And
as
whose fault is
I
that?
said we didn't turn up.
Whose fault is that?
Like if
The thing
Like you
is,
said, no
listen,
service.
Tammy Abraham, you see in that game, Tammy Abraham wasn't getting a lot of service. But do you
Yeah.
know what he was doing? He was
was
running.
being busy.
He was working. Any balls that come over the top, he was battling. He was winning free kicks. He was a problem. Harry Kane on the other side, I'm not talking about his service.
Listen, I'm
he
not
wasn't
denying
doing
it.
nothing. He was staying central, not doing a
Listen,
thing. Not
take
doing
an
a
L.
thing. He's not the same guy that you think he is anymore. I'm trying to tell you guys.
You can write off Harry Kane off. If you lot can write off Harry Kane after one game, boy,
after one game,
another thing coming.
One game and Harry Kane.
You've been trying to go at Kane for a minute, but God,
I'll be honest. We can stay here.
In the long run, you won't be winning. I'll tell you that.
We can stay all day, yeah. But listen, we can actually stay all day, but there's no point. The only thing I was going to add as well is I mentioned the William thing as well on the one-on-one. You said no.
No, you dropped him out for Mora with quickness.
Yeah,
don't try and pad him up now.
Yeah, that's true.
Masterclass. I brought up Ericsson and then you brought up Mora. You didn't back Willian.
I said who's performed well. I said who's performed better this season. I said who's performed better this season.
And then when I mentioned he scored 2 in 16, you said,
No, I said that's better.
He doubled his tally.
And then what did you say? You said Mora, and I said, you know what, I can give you that because that's more respectable. But listen, today I've been saying for the beginning of the season, I just need you to show me a glimpse. At Shakhtar, amazing player. Chelsea, he's done well, but someone of that talent, you expect them to be delivering. It's probably, I wouldn't call it the issue you've got with Martial, but you know when you've got talented players, you just expect them, the product to be there. And that's all I need. That's all I need.
He's got quality. He's got a lot of quality, but he doesn't do it.
Though, he always, for some reason, seems to turn up against us.
Boy, listen, you saw the little promo video that came out.
Like, he's always.
You saw the promo video that came out.
When I saw you, man, doing promo videos,
you know what time it was. You knew the vibes. Come on, man.
Listen,
really restoring the video.
Credit where credit's due. Like, Lamp's actually done
his thing. That's 2 for 2. Lamps on Jose. That's 2 for 2. That's the second time he's beat him as a manager. In like both their games that they played each other. We're talking about student and master. We're talking about daddy come home, all this nonsense. That didn't happen.
Listen, the season is long, you know. The season is long.
Ruined, bro.
That didn't happen.
Harry Kane getting no chocolate log for Christmas, bro. Man's gonna be drinking water and crisp, bro.
He was thinking about them. He was thinking about them.
You see him jumping in the snow.
He was thinking about them turkey stuffing.
You see him jumping in the snow midweek.
Come on, man. That's a pre-game prep.
Listen, Merry Christmas, innit? Merry Christmas. Listen, man, this is
people on Stoppage right now calling Fuad a dickhead.
Bro, I'm getting non-stop fucking comments here.
But in all seriousness, if you guys had won today, that would have made the top 4 battle really interesting. But of course you didn't.
United?
Yeah.
Oh. Who else? No, I thought you were talking about Spurs.
No, I'm talking about United.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had won, it would have made the top 4 battle interesting, but you didn't.
Expected. Oh, nothing new.
Would you like to tell us more?
Just go back, as I said, 2 weeks ago, and I said this is going to be Man United's toughest run. These games, these small games.
How about our new viewers?
Nothing new. Huh?
How about our new viewers that want to hear it today?
The new viewers?
Yeah.
I mean, they should just go and watch football. I mean, it's very obvious. Against the small teams, listen, it's very easy to play against Man United. Get 10 men behind the ball, capitalise on a mistake, or score from maybe a corner or a counter-attack. Very easy. Man United beat these small teams. Let me get up this stat right now, actually, yeah?
You know Wolves had not won at home for 13 games.
What you say?
Wolves had not won at home for 13 games.
Watford ain't won at home, yeah.
It's mad. Watford had not won
Listen,
at home.
Man United's biggest results this season, right? Man City 2-1, we had 28% possession. 4-0 Chelsea, we had 46% possession. Leicester, 41% possession. So that's our 3 biggest results, basically. We've had less possession. Our worst results, Newcastle, we had 68% possession. Bournemouth, we had 57. Palace, we had 71. And today, we outpossessed Watford as well. So that just shows when we have the ball and it's time for us to take initiative, we can't do it. Because you know why? We ain't got enough quality in the team.
But Pogba was back today.
Yeah, you see when Pogba came back, the whole game changed. When Pogba came back, he created more chances than Fred and McTominay put together. And he had 15 minutes? And this is about half an hour to come and change the game. So when you're already 2-0 down. So, I mean, it's very obvious. Daniel James ain't scored a goal since August.
Martial?
Or is it September? Martial.
Let's talk about him.
Many times, he's not a 9. He thinks he's a 9.
Arguably one of the biggest Premier League flops, I would say.
I think that's a bit over the top.
Not even over the top, because if you look at his record, this is now going into his 5th season.
He's 1-3.
This is now going into his 5th season. This ain't a young player anymore.
Flops, there's been some
over the last couple of years, he's one of the biggest Premier League flops. Of the things that were there's a clause in his contract that says he's going to be a Ballon d'Or contender.
That's the fun.
5 years later,
the only thing United can take pride in that is we ain't going to pay Monaco back their full fees.
Facts. Monaco are the only ones losing out.
He ain't winning a Ballon d'Or.
He's
not winning a Ballon d'Or.
Like every single time, it's hot and cold. Like don't get me wrong, there've been games where even I thought, yo, this guy's going to be a baller, but Too many times Martial goes missing. And no United fans ever talk about it. You lot have like this sect of United fans that defend him to death for some reason. I don't get it.
They literally made a fan club
brings
for him.
anymore now.
They literally made a fan club for him, Martial FC. Martial does not deliver for Man United. The guy thinks he's the number 9. That's what makes me laugh even more. He's not a number 9. He played again when he went to the wing today. He played a little bit better, but overall. Who?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, when he initially came,
back
but look what happened. As soon remember Rashford came in. Remember Rashford came in that season when Thingy got injured. Martial moved back to the left.
Crashy.
Yeah,
crashing top 6s. What happens to the rest of the league?
Bro, I just told you the whole quality of the team. When these games, it's easy. It's easy to play against Man United. So you can you're just about to go in a whole big dialogue about Martial, and then you're gonna do one about
because
Rashford.
Because when Rashford came in against Spurs and came in against the top 6,
do you know what's hilarious?
You loved it.
Because for agenda's sake, we're gonna act like Rashford's the problem for Man United.
Let's
not do this today. Let's not do this.
I'm saying
let's have proper analysis.
It's
please.
2 games now since he's played top 6 opposition. He ain't scored against either one. Why does he only score against top 6 opposition? That's what I'm asking.
I just told you, when Man United are playing, the only way that we score goals is off the counter. We're not getting counters. We're not going to get these things against these teams. When we have Fred
Rashford can only score off the counter.
When we're having Fred, listen, I just told you, when we have Fred and McTom building attacks, when we have Wan-Bissaka, yeah, these are the things that in these games you're going to need offensive things. These guys don't offer us nothing offensively. You got Jesse Lingard. You didn't even mention Lingard. I bet you forgot he even played.
Trash.
You got Jesse Lingard as you got Jesse Lingard as your number 10. He hasn't got a goal and assist. When was his last goal and assist? I can't even remember.
Didn't he score a couple weeks ago?
A whole year now.
It's been a whole year. And this is our service. You're talking about Kane's service, and my service for my player hasn't got a goal or assist in a year.
I'm just saying.
Come on, man. Daniel James hasn't scored since September.
That's shocking.
What I want to ask is, before Jose, just to throw it in there, what I wanted to ask is, in terms of United now, then you've highlighted what the issue is. What's the solution? Just buying quality players?
Listen, first and foremost, you have to have quality. You have to work with quality.
No,
right?
I understand that. Is the solution to this?
How do you fix it?
Buying quality in January.
So recruitment.
Because Pogba, obviously Pogba came out and made his statement this week. I think it's smoke and mirrors. He probably still wants to go, but obviously you have to appease the fans.
Yeah.
But he's come out and his agents come out and said, listen, I need more. He needs more talented players around him.
That's facts.
So, are you telling me that signing quality players, keeping the manager in the same situation and whatnot, means that suddenly you thrash these small teams and whatnot?
Nah, but you give yourself a better opportunity.
Okay.
The thing is,
I'm just asking. I'm not.
Recruitment's important. You need to have quality at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Then that's the thing. That's what's even keeping Ole in the job, which is annoying me because the team's shit, right? The team's not a great squad. So that's what Ole can always fall back on. But look what I'm working with, kind of. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're gonna end up having to recruit, and let's see what happens with that recruitment.
From individual mistakes as well, your 2 goals today, like David De Gea and Wan-Bissaka.
Oh,
I'm sorry, but
I'm glad you mentioned David
De
Gea because
slide tackle happy,
bro. And the thing is,
and I love Wan-Bissaka slide tackle. Don't get me wrong, but there's a time and a place, and I'm sorry, but that was tackle was just wild.
So not necessary either. Maguire was there.
Maguire is right there. He must not trust him. He must not trust him.
No, I've got a stat here and it says since the start of last season, no player has made more errors leading to goals in the Premier League than
David De Gea.
And listen,
6.
We had an episode.
Goalkeeper, not player. Goalkeeper. It's him
Nope.
and Leno, both
Since the
It
start.
says no player.
No, this is no player, innit?
Listen,
we've had
Opta as well, you know.
Opta Joe. How to Opta?
Verified.
we had a discussion about his contract time ago, right? When it was happening.
The 600, 500k deal.
Brother, you guys say I'm
He
harsh.
held you man ransom,
you
you know
always
that.
say I'm harsh on goalkeepers. You man say I'm harsh on goalkeepers. How the hell could you let a goalkeeper hold you ransom like that? I've always said, David De Gea is a good goalkeeper, right? But he's only good when he's engaged 24/7.
Yeah.
You know that season when he was amazing. I'm gonna lie, that's one of the best seasons I've seen from a keeper when we came second. But it's just every week, we were just getting pepper.
Yeah.
That's when he's back. When it's time for concentration, focus. It's been a bit quiet this game. As soon as a shot comes in, he gets packed in. If it's the near post or whatever. Now he's just making stupid mistakes. I don't know. Maybe that's got to do with his confidence. But David De Gea, he's been overrated, man. He's been overrated for a long time. He doesn't command his box. He's been overrated. He doesn't command his box. He doesn't. Well, listen, when a cross is coming in, De Gea's not dominating.
Harsh.
He's not dominating.
That's harsh.
No, wait.
I'm
That's
just
harsh.
Overrated
overrated.
Bro, he's been overrated. Like when a cross comes in, David De Gea doesn't dominate.
Okay,
when it comes on the floor, he's not. What do you mean rank with what?
In terms of goalkeepers,
There's at least 5 goalkeepers better than him.
5?
There's what? Alisson and he's not even the best keeper in the Premier League.
Alisson
and Edison are better than him. Ter Stegen's better than him. I'll still take Manuel Neuer over him. Oblak is definitely better than him. Bro, his stock has dropped.
I don't know.
His stock has dropped.
I don't know.
His stock has dropped. He's not the same keeper that he was before.
I think it's harsh. I think for the last couple of years anyway, he's been probably the only shining light in your team.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. His mistakes is one of them. When he makes a mistake, it's going to hurt the most because it's a straight goal. But to say...
This is going on 2 seasons of being... Last season, he was poor. This season, he's been average. And he's been very average. Now that's after this last 2 weeks, we're now starting to go towards he's being poor.
Do you reckon he's
See Troy Deeney bullying up your 80 man?
Yeah. Do you reckon his weight as David De Gea is kind of saving him?
We say?
Do you reckon the weight that he holds as David De Gea, this kind of great goalkeeper, is saving him?
Nah, he's arrogant, mate. If that's what's getting to his head, then that's arrogant.
No, but I'm saying, is this saving him? Because you're saying that he's been poor for 2 seasons.
Oh.
If you're telling me a goalkeeper's been poor for 2 seasons,
mate,
you start asking questions.
You've got Dean Henderson at Sheffield United doing bits. That's our low knee. That's our low knee.
Don't do this.
I'm being serious, bro.
Don't
Why not?
do this.
Why not?
No.
We'll see.
We're not doing Dean
Answer me
Henderson.
this. Answer me this. Does De Gea command his box? Does De Gea command his box at very elite level when crosses are coming in?
Does Dean Henderson?
No. Forget Dean Henderson.
Okay.
Does De Gea command his box when
it's never been? It's never been his strong point.
Never been his thing. Is he good at sweeping? Is he a good keeper sweeper?
He's more of a reflex goalkeeper.
Exactly. Is he good on the? Is he great footballer like how Edison is? No. So what's he good at? Just reflexes.
He's a great goalkeeper.
Yeah, bro. Nah,
between the sticks, he's the man.
Great. Nah, not anymore, mate.
Between
and
the
now
sticks.
that that's going, we're seeing a lot of
wrong, that was a clanger, but
nah, man.
I think you're being harsh on him.
I'm not being
I think
harsh
you're being
at all.
harsh
I'm
on
not being
him.
harsh at all.
That's who your team's going to build around for the next couple of years.
I really
With
hope
that
we
money
don't.
and that contract, I don't think anyone's going to take him off you.
This is the issue.
You're stuck with him now. That's the worst bit. You're stuck with him. Same with Martial. You signed a bumper deal last year. Was it 200k he's on?
I'm concerned about Martial. If we get quality, Martial will standardly get dropped. I know about that.
We're flirting around.
Haaland's
in terms of quality, what do Manchester United lead right now? If you could
There's a lot.
But what would you just list off?
They need at least three centre mids. They need a right winger. They need a striker. They need a left back. They need another centre back.
Where's Brandon Williams gone?
Bro, there's a lot. Ole, no, I don't mind that. He's young, man. I don't mind about that.
So what would you take Haaland?
Yeah.
What centre mids do you reckon United should look at?
I'm not the scouting team. I'm not the scouting team.
I just want to get
some names, man.
It's not my job to do that.
I know you.
I just want to get a flavour from you.
I don't throw fake names in the air. You know what I mean? I remember when we were talking about keepers, you were talking about sign Oblak and that. For Chelsea, fam, like it's not gonna happen.
Jimenez.
Is it? Oh yeah, Jimenez. And that. Yeah, I'm not throwing fake names out there.
No, but what I'm saying is,
I'm just saying we need quality in midfield.
Right,
we need at least 3 centre midfielders, bro.
3.
Yeah, we need 3.
Jesus.
We need 3. At least 3.
Listen,
hey, man,
top of the table, Liverpool obviously handling business abroad.
Well done to them.
Well done,
World Cup winners, yeah.
That's the first time they've done it as well.
Firmino again.
World Club, not World Cup.
Yeah, Club World Cup,
champions.
But in their absence, City and Leicester played an interesting match.
Why?
What are we saying?
Mahrez coming back to haunt them.
That was
Mahrez coming back with a vengeance.
You know I'm Mahrez FC in it. I'm the
chief
ambassador and
I don't even know why.
I see hashtag Riyad Mahrez.
That's my guy.
Hashtag Riyad Mahrez.
Seeing Africa winning, yeah, I'm happy, bro. I just love seeing Africa winning it. I just love seeing the continent win.
Listen,
but
Chilwell, who you were screaming last week, could get in that City side. Boy, that game got cooked. Like I don't even want to say exposed, but that game, boy, highlighted a lot.
It wasn't
and
nice.
they found a weak link in him and just kept going.
It was his birthday as well.
That's the man.
It's a bit mad, bro.
Yo, what a birthday treat you did.
What Libertine?
Guy's head weren't in the game, bro.
Trust
His
me.
game was head
Those
was in
are
the game, bro.
Libertines.
Man was gonna go club live in Manchester. He probably told the team, yo, you man go. I'll stay in Manchester. You know what I mean? But nah, like on a road, that's how it should be though. That's what City should be doing to Leicester.
The difference in class, you could see it. Like if there was going to be one chaser to Liverpool, it was going to be City for me, and I think they showed it in that game.
What do you think about the defense thing though? Because I mean, Vardy was still exposing it.
Yeah,
and it's really sad that Fernandinho looks like the best centre back at that club.
Who?
Fernandinho.
I'm telling you.
Otamendi's finished.
Madrid are gonna get that team out of here, fam. I'm telling you guys.
What, Champions League?
Madrid are gonna get City out of here. Madrid are gonna get City out. They're not gonna let. They're not gonna let this shit happen, bro.
I said
You know
a
what I
couple
mean?
weeks back, like this false centre back shit might work in the Premier League,
Bro.
Europe, it's a different game, boy.
Because the way Jamie Vardy just plays off the last shoulder and just gets in.
No, just one tap past it,
Yeah,
and he's gone.
Bro,
He's
It's
gone.
not
That
nice,
guy,
you
though,
know.
Quality.
That finish was
Quality,
clean.
quality, fam. That guy
if we're going to be
serious.
honest, we're going to have to start a dialogue, maybe at the end of the season, but we're going to have to start ranking Premier League strikers, and we're going to have to make sure that, you know what, people are put, because
They said
that
remember, they
said
laughed
that
at me. They said, how dare you compare Oba to Vardy? Man, they're not saying that
Listen,
anymore, are they?
we're going to have to
They're not
address
saying
that because the form he's in, listen, I said it, Southgate needs to beg him. He needs to say, listen, I beg you, know what? Don't even play any warm-up games.
Yeah.
Just come on the flight. Just come on the flight. And if you don't feel up for it, you know what? Just go for a sesh.
Yeah.
Just go for a sesh. Have some snooze. Have some Red Bull. But listen, I might need you to
Join
send
the party.
I might need you.
Yeah.
Nah,
Because you can't deny this guy.
The thing is, though, with the England thing, it's he won't sit on the bench. That's the only reason.
I know,
why
because it's the type of
I
player
hear
he is.
you,
But
call him
someone
by
like
any
that,
means necessary.
Someone
Unless
like
you're
that.
gonna start him, he ain't coming.
and the way Vardy scores goals, I'm telling you that he would not score a goal in international football like that. You're not gonna get the space.
you never
Off
know.
the one
Yeah,
time
and
and
just,
just-
but it
Listen.
does, but I get you should take him. But back to the City again. This is what City
This is
should be
what-
doing.
exactly.
That's like normality
Yeah.
restored. You know what I mean? Like humble Leicester. Leicester didn't beat Man United. They didn't beat Chelsea. They didn't beat.
No, they beat us.
They didn't beat City. Sorry, they didn't beat City. They didn't beat
Yeah,
City.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah, I
they beat
said
you
it.
lot.
Jose Way.
Was Jose? No, Jose wasn't.
He wasn't there, but it's still Jose Way. It's Jose's philosophy. Jose's the manager. I can't say Poche. Poche isn't here, bro.
Hey, but one
Jose
thing,
has to tell that out.
one thing that I'm starting to see, which some of my boys picked up, is that Sterling's not City's go-to guy anymore. But we'll talk about that another day, fam.
I think
I'm just
Why
putting
not
it
now?
out there.
Why
I'm
not
what
putting
we
it
have
out there.
what we have to highlight is
Because
Just putting it out there.
Aguero, since he's been out, he should have been carrying the team a little bit more.
listen, KDB,
Bernardo Silva,
Bernardo
Sane
Silva,
out.
but
They should be leaning on him more. And
And-
you're saying now
and
he's not the go-to.
They've been leaning, but I'm saying he's like last season and this. And
He was the
last
guy that was
season-
scoring the
even
goals and
even
bailing
the
them out.
start of
Last
this
season was his
even
waking
the
up
start,
season.
Even the start of this season. Don't get twisted. His record this season is really good.
That's what I was gonna
but
say.
he
their
was bailing
form-
them out and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't really see that
because he's got the last minute winners and everything as well. But now it's kind of like, I don't even think the light has been forced on KDB. I think just KDB has said, and there's been a few games where it's been a bit mad.
He's taken his
but
team
he's
back.
taken it upon himself and he said,
Last
you know
year he
what?
had a year's break. He said, "Alright, Sterling, show your shine."
Yeah.
And I
Take
mean,
over this season.
fair play to Jesus as well because he's doing what he needs to do.
Yeah.
You can't discredit
That
the
guy
kid.
I'll be
just
real
gets
with
his
you.
little goals.
That's what I'm
Gets
saying.
his little goals, yeah, but I don't ever think he's gonna be the Aguero replacement that they think he's gonna be.
Yeah.
For me, he's just missing that little something. Like
What, the
yesterday,
je
he
ne
had,
sais quoi,
he had a
yeah.
couple of chances even before that one he scored to score him.
What chance?
Just before the half, he actually missed a sitter.
That was a brilliant save by the goal.
Well, yeah, but even in other games, like I just don't think he's gonna be the ready-made Aguero replacement.
Do you know
they
the
think
issue?
he
Do you
is.
know with that though? I think there's two sides to it. Maybe he won't, but if you look at Guardiola in terms of the way he transitions teams, if something lacks, he finds it elsewhere. We just said it now. Sterling's not doing the goals and what he
Yeah.
was doing before. Cool. KDB is just going to
He is
assist.
scoring. Sterling's still
It's still scoring, but it's not like the last.
I just feel like KDB's taking his team back.
team,
You
yeah.
get me?
KDB is just gonna go overload, or even look at. I think Guardiola said that it will take Mendy 20 games to get back to where he needs to be.
levels,
I
yeah.
think we're probably about 10 in now. Mendy's looking. He's whipping the ball again.
When
He's looking
Mendy
somewhat
whips
good.
them,
Exactly. So I mean, he always
Social
finds a
media
way.
manager, yeah.
He always finds a way to kind of, you know what, just kind of, I can't lean on here.
Yeah.
So I'll put, even like with the defense now, defense is surely, he's like, you know what, cool. I'll just shift everything here and hope that I still get results. I think the Madrid game is big danger for them.
The thing with that Madrid game, just I don't want to go too into it, is that I feel like City, they a lot of what they do is obviously good team play, right? But in the Champions League and in them type of games, I feel like you
individual
need
moments
that
sometimes.
individual quality. Do you know what I mean? And Sterling,
got that in
I'm
KDB
sure, I don't know
though.
if, I think I saw a stat where it was like over 40% of Sterling's goals have been one-touch finish. So that means he's just tapping them in. Do you know what I mean? They have to
Right
be
positioning, man.
right created for him. And so is Jesus is quite similar like that. So there's going to be so much emphasis on KDB in a high-level game like that. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know.
But listen, man, big players are made for the big moments. So let's see what happens there. But boy, Arteta. What are we thinking? There's a lot that's gone on.
Talk's a good game.
There's a lot that's gone on in Arsenal
Talk's
this
a good
week. I
game, I'll
mean,
say that.
there's the AFTV incident. There's Arteta
Oh
coming
yeah,
in.
Robbie getting bullied.
I think the funniest thing for me about Arteta coming in is, have you guys seen the video?
What? The
Have
video
you-
was mad.
No, have you seen the
They were
Arteta?
pressing him.
Have you seen the Arteta video when he comes in? He walked in like, on some mad stuff, and he said, Have we got cameras?
Oh yeah. Have
And
you
the
got the
guy
drone
said,
ready?
yeah.
Have you got the
I
drone
said,
ready?
have you got the drone?
I've got a drone, you know.
Yo, he's in that spying 007 from the training
I have to be
ground.
real. I said it last week and I say it again. In terms of Arteta as an appointment, that's fair. We had this conversation during the week where I said that I feel like Guardiola's first season in management was Barca B, and you said that that's kind of coaching. His first season was probably.
That was the first,
You said you count his first season as Barcelona. He comes in, he does a madness. Yeah, he's got world-class players and whatnot. The thing is, Arteta doesn't have that. He doesn't have that, and I don't trust the Arsenal board.
That's what I was.
I don't trust the board in terms of what they've done historically. I don't trust them that even if he talks this good game, they're going to back him how he needs to be backed.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, right, you look at that team, the defense, it is what it is. The midfield, it is what it is. The fans are now turning on the captain / talisman and the striker that's on the bench. The 77, 72, because they're trying to get on me that, I inflated the price by 5 million.
Yeah.
Right, cool. No, let's call it 70. The 70 million winger is not starting. He's got a lot he needs to change. If the board did not back him in terms of acquisitions, trying to phase out players, trying to get things right, you have set this man up for failure. And I genuinely feel like someone that's always wanted to coach, someone that's been around the right people and whatnot, that coaching apprenticeship is a glitch code. Yeah. Because you learn loads of things.
No, listen,
he could be
student
sick.
of Pep, student of Wenger. Like he
definitely, he has the
definitely
potential.
learned from the right people
At the end of the day,
saying the right things. But this board, as
you're
you say,
only as good as your toolkit.
Yeah.
If I'm an electrician here and I've got some wooden pans and I go and fix it, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
His team, I don't think the team is optimal for him to work on what he needs to work on.
100%.
Do you get where I'm coming from?
Which is why there's no excuse now for this board not to step up to the plate. Like the fact you can't blame the fans anymore. You can't blame the players anymore. You can't blame the manager anymore. Now the board must step up and back this manager, who they know has come in with no experience. So there's none of this, oh, we didn't know. They've done this careful recruiting now and specifically gone after Arteta because of his links to the club as well. Like, they have to back him, whether it's clearing out the squad. And he's saying the right things by saying attitude, how you handle substitutions, how you handle things around the change.
It's their first game against Chelsea. His first game in charge.
I don't know.
I think it's coming. I think it's
this week.
No, it's Bournemouth. On Thursday. I want to see who picks for that squad.
Yeah.
I want to see. Because if I see like Smith Rowe and all of them, man, Smith Rowe. I said Smith Rowe. I'm just so happy, bro. I'm just happy we slapped you up, bro. I'm just saying anything.
Hey, move on, man.
Nah. Listen, if he picks them, man, then I probably know what time it is.
Yeah.
Because he was Ozil's captain, right? He was Ozil's captain. He was Ozil's captain for a bit.
Yeah.
So if he comes out in his first team and he picks a lot of the youngsters and whatnot, I think I know what time it is in terms of the Arsenal.
And there's rumour talks of the seniors wanting out apparently because Arteta's coming in. There's Laka and Alba I'm hearing.
Let's get onto that.
And I'll be honest with you, Alba looked a frustrated figure on the pitch, like when them youngsters are missing passes and shit. Like,
bro,
he didn't want to be there.
And what about when he was missing from like 3 yards out? Listen, who the hell do these guys? But on the real, like Oba, Lacazette and stuff, these lot need to stop sulking. Stop sulking.
Yeah,
you guys deliver. You guys absolutely failed Freddie Ljungberg. Didn't do nothing. That's when I've seen Chelsea do it so many times when a manager goes, a new guy comes in, John Terry, Lampard, the old guard. Fire. Man are like, this is our team now. Yo, we're going to do our thing. Next manager, you listen to what we're going to be doing. What the hell did Oba do? What the hell did Lacazette do? What did Ozil do? These are these protected players that Arsenal have, right? From their fans. And none of them did anything. So I don't want to hear nothing about, I want to leave to go play Champions League. I want to leave to go. Lacazette, how can you say you want to leave to play Champions League? What the hell have you done? In all honesty, it's ridiculous, and that's the problem with Arsenal. They let these players dictate. Arteta coming in, that's what I loved about when Arteta spoke. Yeah, he spoke about his offensive or what he's going to do offensively, but what he kept jumping on about is basically my word or you can leave. I love that. I love that because Wenger apparently, and this is the words of ex-players, was just really nice. He was a really nice guy. Yeah, he wasn't as ruthless as possible. Emery, he tried coming and he was a bit ruthless with, I guess, the wrong people.
Just quick one. Emery had an experience. He has a history of not being able to manage
Big players.
Big players.
Exactly. And in his handling,
PSG
obviously
got shown as
Ramsey,
well.
obviously Ramsey was already on his way out, kind of. But his handling of dropping Ramsey
Bro,
a
he
lot.
came in out the
it was
gate
shit.
and said, I'm not renewing his contract.
Ramsey's not him. Ramsey actually rejected the contract.
No, that's what he said. He said that in terms of...
No. I'm talking about
initially,
I'm talking
but
about,
after that he was
I'm talking about,
dropped.
like not playing him.
After that,
Like,
he was
dropping him
dropped.
and shit, yeah.
He was
wasn't
dropped,
like week
and
in,
every
week
time
out
he
starting
played,
all the time, yeah.
he was impactful for Arsenal in that period.
That's
In
what
the
I
end, he
mean.
became
Or
undroppable.
am I guessing, Chris?
No, that's the thing. That's what I want. That's what, if I'm an Arsenal fan, forget about all Allegri, all these people. You've got Arteta now. Get behind him.
Back your man.
Yeah, on a roll. Get behind him and listen to what he's saying. What he's saying is what I would
saying
love.
all the right
I
things,
would love
yeah.
to hear that. You know what I mean? Talk about the
No,
mentality.
Ollie's
Talk
been
about
saying
these
that
things.
stuff, though.
Yeah. But you know what I'm trying to say.
man.
Talk about these type of things.
You're right. No, you're right.
Yeah.
No,
So
but Ollie's
on,
been saying
we're gone.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not getting at. I'm just saying Ollie's been saying the right stuff as well.
So anyway, so talk about those are the things that he should be saying. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So if Arsenal are gonna go anywhere, these are the things that I think they need to be implemented.
No, I agree.
Mentality,
I agree.
attitude. That's so important because these Arsenal players. I
One
don't
in
know.
Easier
Easier said
badge,
than done, though. That's the
100%.
only thing I'll say because Unai said a lot of these things as well. And I don't know, Arteta for me, he lacks the experience, but he's learned from the right people for me. So I think, especially
The
with
apprenticeship.
Pep, under Pep,
Son of
like,
Do
Pep.
you think he can, even everything he's learned from Pep, you think he can get it right with
That's
these
my
players?
issue.
That's
hope
what
he
I've
doesn't
highlighted.
become like a diluted version of Pep, where players see through it in a sense, where he's just
My-
not like
my
he's
problem-
mimicking everything Pep's doing.
My problem's not that.
He
My
needs
problem
to cut
is
out his
more
own
so
lane as well.
if you're Pep Guardiola and you walk in, and you have a philosophy in mind, and
Yeah.
you walk into a Barcelona squad or a Man City squad, you have players that can be coached.
Mm-hmm.
You can have players that look like they can develop, and you have players that are performing at optimal high levels.
Yeah.
Arteta's come into a club where the back four this season look like they haven't been coached, hence the
Confused.
minus goal difference. The players don't look like they have the attitude to want to improve, like you said about Abba. I watched that game and I thought to myself, I look at the players and like, I think like Iwobi probably wanted to play more for Arsenal at that moment than most of the Arsenal players in that game. I was looking at it, it was
Bro,
like,
he didn't even want to play against Everton. He come off 10 minutes, said, nah, I want to
he
play.
popped his hammy, he was blowing and whatnot.
Any particular Arsenal players you think have to go?
Yeah,
For his-
Ozil.
I'll be
Ozil.
no. So
Just to change the culture
here's
for
my,
me,
Here's
Ozil
my,
has to
here's
go.
my stance on this, and I mentioned it before.
Let's Abi.
Arteta was his captain, right? I genuinely think if he goes in there and he says, listen, do you want to play or not?
Yeah.
If he doesn't want to play, you have to let him go now. I think we've had a situation where managers have known that he doesn't want to play, but they've kept him on either because the wage bill is too high and this type of stuff. Sometimes you have to
They
cut
have to
your
justify
losses.
the wage.
Do you get what I'm coming
That's all
from?
it is.
Sometimes you have to cut your losses. If he genuinely does not want to play and you can't
Yeah.
get the best out of him, you know what? Call it a day. We take the L. We go invest elsewhere. You
Yeah.
can't just keep this person here and you keep saying this person is a cancer.
would
I ain't
say,
gonna
yeah.
lie though. Who did Arsenal play? I can't remember when he kicked the little glove or whatever.
And
When
then he
kicked
didn't
the
play the
glove,
next game, yeah.
When they played against City,
Yeah.
I don't think he was that bad. Compared to the other players.
No.
Ozil.
And this is what I'm saying, but
what
I'm
happens a lot is that because you expect more from him, he gets
gets
more.
100%.
He gets a bit more. Like, look, Ozil has been.
That's the
poor
price
there.
of being
He's
a better
been
player,
poor
though.
there.
But he has so much talent.
Yeah.
And my thing is, if Arteta has conversations with him, very similar to like with a Paul Pogba situation, you know, back day when it was like, you know what, Pogba wants to play, people are on him, but even if he shows a glimpse, it's amazing. If Arteta can get that out of Ozil and get the right system,
Yeah.
it's amazing. But if they have conversations and it's like, listen, you know what, I can't do it, just cut your ties. There's no point making this love story go on and on and on and on. Because all it's doing is it's giving the fans someone to pinpoint the blame on when everything should be directed at the board. Because that board's not happy. That board is ruining this club. Let's be real.
For me,
People are trying to punch at Robbie when them man are just doing
Yeah,
doing
it's
anything,
ridiculous.
enjoying life.
It's ridiculous.
So you don't think the players are a problem?
The
No,
players,
the players need to step up.
They
But if
definitely
you
need a
look at-
renewal of players, but
Let's
the
put it this
board
way.
now must back him.
Aubameyang is not a bad player. Aubameyang's not a bad player.
Aubameyang, keep Aubameyang.
Ozil is
Lacazette,
not a bad
Ozil.
player. The young players at Arsenal, I believe, are really good.
Xhaka
I believe they
must go.
can improve.
Xhaka's another one.
What are you saying, Xhaka should
I'd
go?
say Xhaka should go.
If you can get someone in, because
Yeah.
remember the board,
We've
boom.
got Guendouzi already. And Torreira. Who are both better than Xhaka.
boy.
Arteta's got.
Remember
he's
Guendouzi?
got,
Remember Guendouzi
who else has he got? Tierney when fit.
Yeah. If he ever gets fit.
Leno, out of all of this, I have to say, you know what? Leno deserves some praise.
Because he's been getting
Because
peppered.
he's been getting peppered, but he's doing well.
On the
Similar,
De Gea
you know what you
thing.
said about the De Gea? Thank you. Similar to the De Gea thing, he's actually been doing well. I think that Lacazette should change his name to Leno Chris, because if anyone deserves a name in that club, it's him, not Laka, because Laka's not on the pitch, he's not doing anything. You get what I'm coming from?
Started getting skin fades.
So that
Silly.
Arsenal don't get me wrong, they don't have it's not a, how do I put this? It's not a side that can compete at the top, but it's not a bottom tier side.
It's just a weak mentality squad. And I'm being so real. I'm a Man United fan. I'm a Man United fan, and United are awful. And I was doing something with my boys. I was saying, if you could take one player from each top 6 team, who would it be? I was struggling to name an Arsenal player that I would take for Man United.
100%.
The players just are not good enough. They've got a weak mentality. They're trying to blame other things. A couple players are talking about, I want to play Champions League football. Let me see your history. What have you done in the game? You've not done anything. Yeah. So this talk about in all honesty, like if it's going to be a big issue, because all that keeps happening is there's a big issue about like Lacazette's not starting or whatever. If that's the case, then just leave. Sell him. You know what I mean?
No, that's what I'm saying. The board.
Like I'm being real.
Said, you've got to be more ruthless.
Yeah, if people are talking about Aubameyang's this, and no Arsenal fan better start crying about this, because I was seeing all the comments of all them saying, Auba can go. If he wants to go, he can go. If he's moaning, fuck off. Yeah. It's as simple as that. Fuck off. Yeah. Because with your goals and everything, you're still a shit team. They can get someone else.
Got Martinelli waiting in the wings.
Exactly. They get someone else in who can probably do a similar job.
But that's what it is. It's about the board and getting people in. That is the key caveat to all of this. Like, if Arteta goes in and he's told the board, you know what, this is what I'm about. I'm about fly or F off.
Yeah.
And they say, you know what, cool, we're game with it. If he wants to get them players out, they need to help him get the right talent in. Because you have to remember, they're not in the position they want to be. Playing for Arsenal is still, you know, somewhat a decent thing, but it's not the same proposition as other clubs. And you possibly can't go for the top players.
Bro, the players had the power for how long was Freddie in charge? How many games?
5 games.
Five games.
And they won.
So I'm saying the players had 5. The players had
2 draws and 2 losses, right? And they beat West Ham. That was it.
Yeah. So the players had 5 games, and they didn't show that we're levels. Exactly. They had 5 games to show that.
Martinelli, you gotta give him credit. Saka tried. Saka's playing left back.
Saka left back.
We're doing all this nice stuff.
No. I'm saying the young ones. No, the young ones. Martinelli tried. Martinelli tried.
Bro, he did all right. No, but like this is what I mean. They get protected too much.
No.
They get protected. They had 5 games to prove something. They did nothing. As stupid as these Man United players are, they had time under Ole, and look what they did. They went on how many games streak. These guys had 5 games to prove themselves. I'm sure Freddie was just going out saying, look, just do your thing.
No one's saying keep these players.
And these awful players didn't do anything. Yeah. If I was Arteta, first thing I'd do is chop the hell out of this squad, because it's an awful squad. It's as simple as
if
that.
You get the recruitments in, because if you chop to be honest, the guys that are left, they might show more passion. You never know. You guys got rid of some players.
Who?
United got rid of players.
We didn't replace though.
Yeah, but we showed passion. That's what I'm saying. The players that are there still showed somewhat passion.
Then.
Yeah,
they could be in the same situation as what he's saying. Where if they cut all their players, they could be left short.
Listen, step back to move forward.
What we're saying? What buckle up,
strap in, strap in.
Is there anything else we need to cover?
Dud of the week, bruv.
Dud of the week, yes. The dud of the week. Where's my Martin? Where's my red card gone?
It's there, man.
Swear. All right, cool. My dud of the week goes to BBC Match of the Day X. Is it?
Jermaine Genius.
You know what? I excuse the rest of them, but Jermaine Genius as
and Mitch.
Why you excuse?
And Mitch.
No. You know I'm excused because Jermaine Genius is the former pro.
I don't even.
So he holds some responsibility. He's played the game.
Yeah.
For making a Premier League
Van Dijk.
A Premier League team of the decade, and putting Van Dijk left back and Harry Kane left wing
with no Hazard, no Aspie.
Van Dijk overlapping.
A washed up Steven Gerrard in centre mid, whose best decade was last decade.
Bro,
these are meant to be fucking like intelligent people who've played the game.
Man them let Mitch bully. Genius let Mitch bully him into saying my man Sterling over Hazard.
Bro, I beg he's a humanitarian.
Listen, Raheem Sterling, what a player he's become. Please have some respect.
2 years is enough now.
Eden Hazard, young player of the year. He clocked that. How many titles? 2 Premier Leagues.
Premier titles.
Player of the year.
Yep.
Right? But what did he get last season? About like 16 football right? What did he get like last season?
16 goals,
Hazard fan club is
crazy.
Last season he got like double and thingy.
He carried Chelsea.
Listen, Hazard there's levels to it.
Listen,
There's
it's light.
levels to it.
It's light.
Nah, like that was silly. How can you? I mean, they were talking about because he's never been hated and all this. Listen, mate.
Stop this.
Humanitarian.
That's literally favoritism.
No,
like you're not
humanitarian.
you're not picking a squad on talent. Like I'm sorry, but dud of the week goes to them.
Yeah, I agree.
That
match
is-
of the day. I ain't trying to
like, when
draw
you're-
anyone out, but match of the day X.
That's poor. And the thing is, for
Come
me,
on, man.
we always
Match of the
say
day
when you
L. That's a
when you
L.
have a platform, you can't neglect your
Abuse
platform and abuse it like that.
Steven Gerrard.
I sent it into a group.
Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard.
What, they couldn't play free at the back? They had to force Van Dijk at left back.
I don't think they even remember what they're talking about with Steven Gerrard. Gerrard in 2010, he had
Gerrard went
Roy
outside.
Hodgson.
The only thing
And they
Gerrard
were
had
sad.
this
Man said
decade
Hog.
was
They
the
were sad.
slip,
Hodgson.
the
Hodgson,
title
whatever.
where they went for
sad.
that.
We say?
They went
The
outside.
year where they challenged for the title, that was
And
all
he
Gerrard
was-
had
he
this
was-
decade.
Gerrard went outside. He
That's
went
all he
outside.
had this
He
decade.
went outside.
And he's the one that lost it for them.
Yeah, he
So
went outside.
It was that
Listen,
was just
actually, I want to say
embarrassing.
something. Listen,
Why is Harry Kane left?
I just want to say something.
What?
Why was Harry Kane left foot?
Before we go
Harry
into
Kane,
that,
honourable
on this
mention.
point, I just want to say something. This is I've been in the streets, innit? This is the Liverpool fans. Liverpool fans are making up threads and whatnot, saying that Gerrard needs to come outside because Henderson won 3 trophies this year.
Ooh, listen.
This is the
My boy
Liverpool fans.
Hendo.
That's the Liverpool
My
fans. They're
boy
telling Gerrard to
Hendo.
come outside. They're saying that Gerrard has to answer some
I
questions.
saw some of them say
That's
that he's the only Liverpool captain to play in the 4, the 6, the 8.
Oh,
But
yeah, 'cause he
Gerrard
played
only
centre back.
played in the 4 and the 6. Rotted,
Listen, that's
boy.
Liverpool fans.
The
The
disrespect
Liverpool
is
fans are
very
telling Gerrard
real.
to come
These
outside.
Liverpool fans are talking about Gerrard's position, talking about 4, 6, 8, whatever. They're forgetting that Gerrard won them the Champions League playing right mid.
Disrespectful.
So where was he playing? Was he
Listen.
not playing the 7?
Disrespectful.
These guys don't know.
This is
anything.
this is what they're saying in the streets. But back to the Harry Kane. Why is Harry Kane playing left wing? Has Harry Kane ever played left wing before?
Nah.
Harry Kane's one of them
That's why I
guys.
said it should have been a 3-5-2. Aguero, Kane up top. Could have
Do you
squeezed
guys
it all in.
do you guys have
We don't
any
need to
chance of the
squeeze
week
Kane
before?
in. We don't need to.
What?
We don't need to squeeze Kane
Well, listen. Let's
into any team.
Kane
let's
deserves to be in the
let's
team
do
of the
let's
decade.
do our combined team. Combined team. That means that we have to agree together.
Okay.
We ain't got much time, so let's make it snappy. In goal, is it fair to say that over the course of the decade, there's only one person?
DDG.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright,
Despite him shelling him today. But
cool. Hey, the
ironic,
decade's not-
innit?
What formation are we going? 3 at the back or?
3 at the back.
3-3, like,
You gotta go 3 at the back, man.
4-3-3 like everyone else's one.
Fuck everyone
Got
else.
school there.
No, but stoppage time's a different
Okay.
thing, cuz.
We
can still do
Alright, cool.
The majority of the formations played this
Left back.
This decade is 4-3-3.
Left back, I've got Aspie. Aspilicueta.
Are you in agreement?
Simple. Like, there's no way.
Right back,
Carl Walker.
We agree there?
I don't know about
Who you
Paul
going?
Walker.
For the whole of the
But
decade?
Trent's only done a year
Man
to
said
2
Trent.
years.
Why'd I put Trent?
I'm just saying. I know you love Trent. I know
Who
you love
who you
Trent.
putting?
Antonio Valencia. I'm joking. Nah,
Before
I'll put. There's a Ivanovic. I'll put Ivanovic.
It's a good shout.
I'll put Ivanovic.
Good shout, but I think
What's the debate between the two? What would you say the debate between the two is?
Ivanovic better defensively. I'd say Carl Walker's better
defensively.
going forward.
I mean, Ivanovic was quite decent going forward.
You got loads of assists,
Ivanovic-
popped up with
set
vital
piece.
goals.
Yeah,
From
bro,
set
No,
piece.
even not like you used to that locomotive train like
yeah,
you
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
and then just
Listen, don't
no
get me wrong,
matter what,
Ivanovic, I'll rate him highly.
The same
but
way that people talk about Trent, is when any team wants to beat Liverpool, they look at Trent or whatever. When you want to beat City and these teams, you look at Kyle Walker. He's their weakling in the defense, in my opinion. Ivanovic, centre back, right back. He was consistent.
I think
No, hey,
it's centre backs.
But he was 30 for me.
In terms of
he went out real sad.
That's
but
the
but in
car
terms
crash for
of-
me was
Come on.
sadder than Kyle Walker's.
in
like,
terms of what
happened.
Kyle
He
Walker.
didn't be
Okay,
done yet though. How old is Kyle? How was
31,
Ivanovic when he went out?
alright, but let's look at what Kyle Walker's done this decade. many-
Walker's like a product of playing for a good team. You know them ones.
Wait,
like,
Yeah, but we can say the same. We can say
Come on, man.
Like
At Spurs, he was
outstanding
doing
like that.
We
bits
could
as
say
well.
the same for
what?
His
loads of
last
players.
season at Spurs.
He was all right.
Come.
He was all right. He was all right.
Oh, no, he was more than
That's
all right.
class, man.
Behave, man. Stop being.
No,
Stop being foolish.
I'm going
Come on.
Ivanovic.
Should we leave that one to the fans?
I'm going Ivanovic.
Listen,
We'll
I'll
leave that-
put that to
we'll
the
leave
fans.
it to the
Hey,
fans.
do you know the amount of big goals that Ivanovic used to score as well when Chelsea needed it? You
know, that's
know
a
as a
fair
Chelsea fan.
What was
It's a
that?
fair point.
Napoli, PSG?
No, but even if we're talking
he's
Premier
come in
League.
clutch a couple
Even if we're
times.
talking
Listen,
Premier
I'm not
League.
shitting on
remember-
Ivanovic,
and
but
thing
I
is,
would
even
put
though that was
Kyle
a Prem.
Walker.
Remember his Europa League final? Whoa, 1-0. Benfica.
True.
They are.
You
But
might
this
be
is
swim,
Premier
you might be
League we're
swim,
talking
you
about.
might
This
be
is Premier
swim.
League.
I know.
This is
I'm
Premier
saying-
League. We're not
Might
including
be
European.
swim.
I think he's been solid. I think
I
Ivanovic.
think a lot of European stuff we're including there, but
No.
I'll
Do
go
it.
Ivanovic.
Premier League.
Let's hold right back. We'll revisit that one. 3 in the midfield. Who we going?
No, centre backs. We ain't even on centre backs.
Oh, Matting. Centre
This
backs.
guy hates centre back. He done that
Yeah,
last
I
time.
lie.
Remember he did
He's a
that
centre
last
back
time?
himself.
Yeah.
Sky. Where's your union?
But I went ginger today, man. I went ginger, but what's called centre backs.
Me,
I love talking about VVDs going, but I have to say, remember, when you're looking at decade, you have to look at the entire.
I think longevity you can always question with VVD, but I would say he's probably the only centre back in the Prem this decade who you can look at and say he has been the number one defender in the world at one point. No other Prem centre back could you really say that this
No,
decade.
of course I get that, but is that enough merit to be in the Premier Team of the decade?
Who's the contenders? Who's the contenders?
If he wins the league this year, for example.
Yeah, but that's not this decade. It goes into next decade.
Yeah, that's true.
This is it. So Company.
I put Company in, definitely. For me, he's won 4 Premier League titles. And even if he hasn't played as much, he's had clutch moments in all the campaigns, I think.
Yeah,
and I think he's played enough to show his quality, because with Company, it's never been a thing of lack of quality. It's just a bit of availability, really and truly. So I think Company for me definitely has to take one of the slots.
I mean, yeah, I'll go Company. I know a couple people don't think Company because of the injuries and that, but I mean, if you're talking about the best leader probably in the last decade, you're looking at Company. If you're looking at what he did in 2011-12, how solid he was, and the fact that he was the one that stopped Man United from winning that league with that clutch header. If you look at 13-14, he was good as well. I mean, I think Company
last year was
I'll put Company up there, man. I'll put it for this. If you're talking about this decade,
next to him, who you putting?
If you forget, don't forget. Remember when he scored that banger against Leicester? There was literally discussions if Company can be arguably one of the best ever. So how can he not make a decade team?
It's the injuries. People will always use the injuries and the availability rule and say he didn't play enough games. But for me, he gets in.
The reason why you have to put him there as well is in terms of, it's not, again, it's a bit whatever, but you've seen the difference of City without him.
See the difference of City without Laporte.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying in terms of that's what everyone spoke about.
Yeah, you could always tell there was a difference.
You could always tell, and that is the quality of a good team. But you can always tell how important they are when you take him out. So I think in terms of respect, he's got to be there.
Next to him, I'd put Terry or maybe Van Dijk. I would say, me personally.
It's tough.
I'd say Terry. I thought Terry that first, even right up until he finished Terry, I would say he was elite.
Next decade, Van Dijk can play defense by himself, but in this decade that's been here, we have to pay homage and respect. Yeah. We have to respect John Terry's name. I don't know what he's doing at Villa that they can't defend, and he's not teaching them. But in terms of what he did in his time in this decade, you can't take it away from him. People probably seem to forget because in the last few years, Conte season didn't feature, but people probably forget what he was doing before that.
When 09-10, he was good. They won the league, right?
Yep.
10-11.
Yep.
What happened?
Oh, you're saying like because he never won the league and shit.
Who? Chelsea in 10-11. Behind United, yeah? So I can't even remember that season too, so I'll say it was alright. 11-12, you guys didn't have the greatest. You guys finished 6th, right? 12-13, didn't have a good season either.
When that Champions League?
When was the season that Benitez came in?
He didn't even play. That was the only year
so
he didn't
13,
play. The year after that, he won the league playing every single minute, was it?
That was it. 13,
the year after?
That was Jose when he came back, and you guys were okay. Yeah, 14-15. 38 games, boom. John Terry,
so
he's back. 16-17, back on the bench with Conte.
Who you going with?
So I'm just saying, like, we're talking like John Terry was unreal this decade. He wasn't unreal this decade.
What are you going, Cahill?
I'm saying, I don't know, man. I'm a bit 50-50.
I'd go Terry or Van Dijk.
I just don't think the defenders.
Do you know how difficult? For 100%, that's one thing I was going to say.
Previous decade, remember, you man think.
This is why I wanted to go 3 defenders, because for me, I don't think there's been that many standout centre backs.
I'm taking the executive decision. We're going Terry. Midfield.
I don't know, man.
We're going Terry, man. Midfield.
I don't know.
Midfield.
No. Van Dijk's an honourable mention, but I think
DM. There's only one for me. N'Golo Kante.
What we say?
N'Golo Kante. You can't not play him DM like for what he's done
I
since
agree.
2015.
Does David Silva getting to you guys?
100%. David Silva, Yaya Toure, the other two.
Yaya. Come on, man.
See, that was simple. That was simple enough. Left wing.
Hazard.
Thank you. Right wing.
It's hard.
Okay, let's do the striker first. Is it Aguero? Is it Aguero only?
Aguero's up front.
Aguero only, right?
And I'll take that. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. How much of a man you are.
No.
Right winger.
I don't know, man.
Have you tempted to throw Salah in there?
Nah. He ain't want to. Salah's been good for 2 years, but...
Listen, these Liverpool man need to start getting some respect.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean...
No, but the next decade is theirs.
My man, I'm laughing behind the scenes.
I mean, if you think about it,
You think Salah ain't been a game changer like that? We ain't. And has he not?
No, but
did Salah not break the goal scoring record?
Yeah. No, the thing is, this is what people need to remember though, is that we talk about like. When we talk about these positions, right? Yeah.
People are fluid, innit?
When we talk about like this guy had a good season, this guy had a good season, we say stuff like, I'm not saying put Salah in there, yeah, or Van Dijk or whatever, but we say, oh, he's only done it one season, only done it 2 seasons. But what right winger has done it 4, 5, 6?
This is what I'm saying.
That's the thing. What right winger?
I'm looking at the list of names available. There's Gareth Bale, Sadio Mane.
Yeah,
like
Bale won 2.
Gareth
but
Bale,
I don't
yeah,
even
you could
think
mention
he deserved
as
10,
well,
11,
but
though,
I don't know. Gareth Bale had what, 2 seasons? It's the same as Salah.
Yeah.
Like
in
Salah,
terms of
what
people,
Salah did last year was or the year before was incredible, bro.
In terms of players that are probably eligible,
oh no, he's definitely not included in the team.
Let's say people that are eligible. You say what? Gareth Bale, Sterling, Mane, Salah, Sanchez,
Wayne Rooney. We're not being including Wayne Rooney around these things.
On the flank. On the wing.
No, but I'm talking about on the wing. The team. I'm talking about even in the team.
Thank God.
I'm talking about even in the team.
What? It's either him or Aguero.
See, I don't think I'll go with right winger. I'm not gonna lie. I'll try to change my formation.
So what do you make it? We ain't got time.
I'll probably go diamond. The right wing options ain't good. We're just forcing a stupid
name. Listen, we said, listen.
Put it
this way. We said we can do a better job than match day with it. So let's just finish it. So far, our team is better than us. We just need the right winger. Anyone we pick is better than their team.
Vardy?
Don't do that, man. We got on them for putting.
He used to be a winger, you know.
I don't know, man, because look, the options
it's
are
tough,
right
man.
Wing, there's no one that's done something for like many
I'd put
seasons.
Salah there, unless you lot can name someone better than Salah.
I'll be honest,
I don't see why not.
We're gonna have to go
so
Sterling.
Sterling's done more than Salah over the last 2 years.
We're gonna have to go Sterling, I guess.
No, but
Sterling
seasons from then.
Liverpool.
What did he get that year? Like he had flashes that year. He wasn't all that. Come on, man. Like he's had 2 good years on the Pep. Mo Salah's probably outdone him.
Gonna need an executive decision.
I'm looking at the options. You got
this guy's a troll.
You got Sanchez. You got Salah.
You're doing the black unity. I get it. It's cool.
I'm gonna need an executive decision.
Executive decision. Fair enough. Who had a better year before?
So that's 1-1 in terms of the.
Okay, and who's having a better year this year? And we're still this year.
No, but remember, half this year.
Half of this year. Okay, so far this year, who's done better?
If you add Sterling,
who's done better?
I'm
just saying. If you're
I'll go Sterling. I'll go Sterling, but I don't know.
You're doing that because of the black unity. I get it.
Better options if we change
production. We're saying Sterling or Salah.
After edge towards Sterling.
See, black unity. I knew it. I'll always ride for my Akis. Mashallah.
Bale. Come on, I mean, I don't know, man.
Hey, listen, you know what?
Bale, I'd love to put him in,
what people value. Do people value?
No, I don't do it.
Do people value longevity or do they value impact?
Longevity and consistency for me, but Gareth Bale for me, I don't know.
What he did in them seasons,
I love Bale as much, but nah.
You have to give credit. Honourable mention. But listen, man, that's another episode. You already know what it is. Merry Christmas in it. Make sure you watch this with your families. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Twitter, Instagram, everything's there. Jose Way. Don't let this slip. Man, them are slipping behind us. Please win some games so top 4 can be interesting. Listen, man, Merry Christmas and all that stuff there, man. We're out.